Hello everybody, I will be telling you a story about an up-and-coming empire called the Chaos SMP. Our story begins on top of a small Savannah hill near spawn with only 3 players, me, Mika, and Ellie. The house that was made was an average size, also being made out of one of the ugliest wood types ever. Not as efficient as you would think. Anyways, after everyone has logged off, I log back on with another one of my friends, who goes by Mr. Taco, otherwise Ethan. And then, what happens next, we start descending from the hill and down into the grassy plains, beautiful lush area, and build our own houses. With my house looking absolutely terrible, and Ethan's house looking like a spruce palace. Oh yeah, and my beautiful frog, Hubert, one of my many pets. But unfortunately, all great peace comes to an end with conflict. While the boys were just being the boys, an unfortunate situation happened, which I'm just gonna come out and say, I was half caused of it. But it was also kind of Will's fault. Not really. Getting off topic. So anyways, a lava bucket was placed and I killed Will, causing the lava bucket to spread fire to the entire house, burning the whole thing down until there was nothing left but the things that weren't supposed to be burnt, as you can see in this clip right here. The house was left as nothing, but what did we all do? We all pitched in to try and rebuild the house. As Will built the base, I went off to go find wood, but I never told them. I eventually came back to fix the house, built it all back, and before I finished, Ethan joined the server. And I told him about this, but he decided to make his own base. There goes that idea. Anyways, we now have this extra base in the world. We don't know what we're gonna do with it, but Mika comes back on and I'm just like, hey, you can take this, here, have this, it's scrapped anyways, and then it gets turned to cobblestone, but who cares about that. Mika then turns this house into a 4-layer house, coming with at the bottom cobblestone, then spruce, then oak, then mangrove, and then a roof, which is basically just a balcony, which is amazing. But just like Ethan's house, it would eventually come to an end. But before we talk about this bloody war that would strike the entire server, we need to talk about another person's house that it was being built at the same time as Mika's. It is Will's house, and not really built by Will. Will gave Ethan the directions to build him a house. Bro sounded like Mr. Beast. Like, if you build my house, I'll give you $10,000. No. Yeah, he got his house. Yeah, it looks pretty good. There's not really much to talk about except for the sheep's name are sub to Amazing Chaos, which you should definitely do. But let's get back to the topic of the bloody burning. There's one thing we need to talk about before we get into this. It is Gilbert the Frog, who basically started the entire first actual war on the entire server by one thing. Gilbert was accidentally kidnapped by Mika, and when I came back, I didn't think it was an accident, so I just started going killing mode, alright? Straight up, getting Gilbert, getting out of there, but then it got a bit worse. It became actual warfare, and then the house of Mika's fell right to the ground. So after the house got burnt down, it became straight out warfare. Everyone's going after everyone. It became a 3v1. Me, Will, and Ethan versus Mika. Mika eventually starts running off into a different direction just to find some safety in a different land and start over. But eventually has to come back because, one, we were right on her tail. She's going in the ocean and she's drowning because she's getting no air from there. And then she goes back to spawn. We were all in like the water, so we couldn't get her as easy, so she could just easily escape. And that she did. She easily just dipped. So we're chasing after her, and then eventually she stops. But what do? As being the server owner, power gets to your head, and don't say that's not true, because this is an example. I make an entire bedrock prison in that crown, in that musty crown you saw. Oh, it's awful, by the way. It's still the same. Not with the bedrock, but it is just terrible. And it's just a bed, a torch, and a hole. You can sleep in it, but there's no escape from it, alright? So basically, you're trapped, and the power got to my head. Eventually, I realized I shouldn't be doing this because this is just out of my hand. So the next day, I release her. But while she was on her sentence, Ellie joins back to the server. Doesn't really do much. Not really much. Kind of takes over the second burnt wreckage, you know. And then we build a secret tunnel system underneath me, Will, and Ethan's house. All declared. And I'm not going to say where the entrance is, because that'd be giving away private information. Just saying it's there, and I'm never telling where. Alright? We've now reached the end of the main story, but over the 2.5 weeks of actually recording this video and making it, there has been more things on this server that we're going to be talking about in this small little segment. Anyways, let's get started with it. The first one is pretty minor, and it was during Mika's sentence. It's just a little farm that Will made, so it's not really huge. I mean, there's nothing big. Well, it is a big farm, but not really huge about it. So the next thing is after Mika's sentence. So the entire bedrock from the crown has been taken down. There's nothing left of the bedrock. Now, Mika has gone back to the house and rebuilt it. And it is cobblestone, 2 layers. Very smart, but the roof is wood, so it's not going to burn. That's good. Learn from past experiences. That's good. Another addition to Mika's house was right behind it, and we found a entire mangrove island that not that far actually. So she made this little biome that is mangrove, mud, water, and mangrove trees, all of it. Now we just have a bunch of frogs roaming around, but luckily my frogs have name tags, Hubert and Gilbert. So, yeah, I'm good with not having my frogs dead, so we're good with that. But it's very cool having like these multiple biomes, because we got like a savanna, and then we got a plains, then a mangrove now. Next thing we're going to be talking about is in progress things. So the first one that's in progress is our 5th member of this entire server's house that is now at the bottom of the Savannah Hill. It is Ellie's house, and it's a work in progress. There's not really much in there. There is chest. It's not finished, but probably by the time you see this video, it probably is finished. So that's good, I guess. This next one, we don't really have images because we just started working on this not too long ago. So it's a meeting room. It's right now just a hole in a wall. So we don't really need pictures of it because there's nothing there. But it will be made with stone bricks. And I forgot what the floor was. I think it was spruce planks. I'm pretty sure it was spruce planks. But yeah, next video on this, you'll definitely see the meeting room, and probably having an intervention about somebody. Who knows? But yeah, it's just a meeting room, so no pictures. Now at our final one, we are now going to be talking about what you will see in the next video. It is the Nether portal. So this Nether portal, not really much on it. I recommend people not to go in it because we got it for the next video. We got that for the next video. Actually, the real name is about the Nether portal. So yeah, that'll definitely be in the next videos. So there's not really much interesting. I'm working on getting it looking good, but this is the image we have of it, and it's not the best because it's literally just in the wall. Hope you all did enjoy this video. This did take about 2.5 weeks to make, so please subscribe, like the video, and share it to other people. Really appreciate it. The art was made by Mr. Taka, otherwise Ethan. The images were provided by me, along with the voiceover and the music that you'll hear at like the beginning of it, not really through the entire thing because I thought it would ruin it. But yeah, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and we got more to come in the future, which will be very interesting. Peace out.